These wings busting. I got a question for y'all. Why did the golfer bring 2 pairs of pants? Just in case he got a hole in one.
Hey, what's good, y'all? My name's Khalif,
And I'm Ahmed.
and let's talk. All right, so we just gonna start.
Yeah. What's been on your mind, bro?
Bruh, I'm just thinking about like our generation as a whole, just as like I've gone through life and stuff. And honestly, like a majority of our generation just feels like being attached to emotion is a problem. And I feel like that's so backwards.
How do you know it's just not our generation, though? I feel like this emotion thing is like a reoccurring theme with you. You know what I mean?
I mean, because I like to live my life to actually stay in tune with my emotions. And I feel like if you actually understand your emotions and don't run away from them, then it will help you later on in life. And just in any situation, really. But like, I feel like that's not the case anymore. As a whole for like our generational society. Like we need to not fall in love. You know, like that's like a
Why? Who
recurring
says
thing.
that? Who says that, though? Like maybe that's
It's-
just,
alright,
like the information you're around. You know what I mean? Like that's like,
Okay, so you're saying that you don't see this either.
no, what do you mean?
So you're saying like you haven't noticed that in our generation, we as a whole are kind of saying we shouldn't fall in love, or we shouldn't catch feelings.
Yeah, but who's saying that? Like, where do you see those things?
In the relationships that I've been in and talking to my friends and
Where do they
encountering
see those things? Like you and your friends can
I
count as
feel
one
like
person.
I mean, honestly, it probably comes from. I think it comes from the culture of how music has changed. I think
That's a good point. That's a
music
really good
definitely
point.
has changed.
Yeah.
But like music's still fire though. Like,
Yeah, but you think maybe social media has a thing to do with that too?
oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I think so too.
Absolutely.
But the music's a really good point because like, if you
Music-
listen to the lyrics, it's kind of like.
I think it also plays into the factor of how much you take that into account. Like, there's people that I'll listen to, and I'm not really gonna, I'm not gonna take that wholeheartedly. But then I can say like J. Cole, like a song like Love Yours. Like that's a deep song.
It's a deep song.
Like understanding that, like in his lyric, he talks about, you know, in life, you're always gonna see somebody that could have better clothes. There's always gonna be like a better looking girl or something like that. But if you love what you have and you stay humble to that, then that's really what matters. You know, it's understanding yourself, understanding your emotions, understanding, I guess, what's around you and appreciating that. Because I guess we can go to the scarcity and abundance mindset with that.
So like, why do people think like they don't have enough? Like, why isn't it good enough for them ever?
It probably comes from something that happened in their life, like an experience that they
Like
had.
childhood, or
Yeah, like I could speak personally for me, right? I used to get bullied when I was younger.
Yeah,
for the
I
clothes
had
that
the
I used to
same
wear.
experience.
And it wasn't until my teacher, after I had an incident, and then once my teacher gave me clothes that I appreciated, that finally, like, kind of like brought me down better, to more humble, and then it didn't affect me as much. And then I started getting other clothes. I started paying attention to what I wore, and it wasn't until then where I didn't pay attention to it as much. And I guess you could say that's when I got to that abundance mindset of I didn't care.
Exactly. So you know earlier when you were trying to tell me, you know, you want routines in your life so you could be more successful, or like you wanna be consistent about things,
Right.
right? But just like with the experience with your clothes, when you stop caring is when the abundance came. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So when you stop trying to implement these routines to get an end goal, is when the end goal comes. As long as you have the right intention, right? But the more you try to set routines, the more you try to do things because it's coming from a place of I don't have, the longer it stays away from you. Because you just
Right.
reinforce that you don't have this. And then you live in this cycle of not enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I feel that.
It's like just like with the clothes, when you stop caring, that's when all of it came.
So back to social media, right?
Mm-hmm.
The not enough, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that can play into like the likes, because now Instagram is going on like changing the likes on your pictures and videos.
But did they take the
Because
likes away already?
They haven't. And
They
this
were
came-
talking about it.
They
Yeah.
talked about this a while
for a
ago,
while.
but it's still there. I don't know why, but people see the likes and they're like, "Oh, I'm at 100. That's not enough."
Honestly,
then they finally get to 200,
Yeah.
and it's like that's not enough because then they see all these other people.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like I just got to like 200, and I'm
Yeah.
like, yo,
You
that's
feel
not-
good, right? You feel good.
Alright, I was like,
Like
that's alright.
I put a picture
Like,
once. It
it's-
got like 400
Whatever
likes.
you get is
It,
enough.
it feels good, you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
exactly.
It's like
Whatever
that
you
extra
get-
validation.
Yeah.
But once you get more, it's like it's not enough anymore. Cause like I had a picture once get 200, and then one get like 300, and then I went back down to 200. I'm like I wasn't happy with 250, but like the first time I got it, I was ecstatic. You know what I
But
mean?
it's like you just gotta be happy with what you have instead of worrying about what you don't.
That's what I'm saying. And see, a lot of people go to social media for validation. It's because they're not getting enough validation in their like everyday lives, or the fact that they seek validation. Period. That also comes from the not enough like mindset.
Yeah, it needs to be from within, not from without.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. It's a good thing. Social media is cool and all, but
It can be bad, but too much of anything can be too bad.
mm-hmm.
It needs to come from within, bro.
Yeah. If you want anything, it needs to come from within. The more you look for something, the less you're going to find of it. It's because you're constantly going to notice how you don't have that thing that you want. So let's say you want nice clothes. If you really, really want nice clothes, you're always going to notice when you don't have nice clothes, and you're going to feel worse about that. But when you stop wanting those things, you'll appreciate the times that you do have nice clothes more. And then you might get more nice clothes. So just let it come from within. Make sure the things you're doing are coming from the right place.